Good evening. I will help you, not by multiplying words, but by standing with you in a silence that knows. And my first word tonight is not gentle to the surface mind. Stop trying to fix your life. Do you see? Stop does not mean apathy. Stop is the end of the noise that drowns the music already playing. Stop is the laying down of the hammer and the blueprint so that what is can be heard in consciousness. Many of you have prayed until your lips are tired and your heart is thin. You have stacked affirmations like bricks, read your way through shelves, and what is the report? A fatigue of striving with too little fruitage. By your life experience, by the fruitage, that effort alone cannot open what only realization reveals. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Do you follow that? Rest is not the reward of more pushing. Rest is the climate in which vision becomes audible. Words are only auxiliaries. Words sometimes are an interference. You can tell when the tongue outruns the heart. The room grows crowded with phrases and empty of presence. In such moments, even sacred sentences become a fence around silence. Better a single breath of "I will help you" and then nothing than 10,000 sayings that keep you from hearing the whisper, "Be still and know that I am God." Stop fixing means a change of basis. We are not tinkering with appearances. We are consenting to behold what already is. I am not asking you to abandon responsibility. I am asking you to lay down the inner wrenching, this frantic compulsion to rearrange the shadows so that the light by which shadows are known as shadows may fill the room. When the mind stops clutching at conditions, the heart can receive the fact, I and the Father are one, not will be, one is. You may say, but the pain is real, the bill is due, the child is in trouble. I know. I will help you. The help begins at the precise point where you close the gate to fixing and open the ear to is healing is not made. Healing is witnessed. We will travel from the grind of effort into the quiet of recognition, and we will measure our way by fruitage, not by the sweetness of our emotions nor the cleverness of our phrases. If peace enters, if harmony appears on time and in place, if help comes as form suitable to the need, then we have stopped long enough to hear reality announce itself. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. That word is spoken within you. Tonight, let the tools fall. Stand still. Consent to is, and I will help you. Do you see? If you have ever found yourself pleading, pushing, bargaining, you have been praying under the tyranny of two powers. Do you see? The hidden assumption is this. There is a good God somewhere, and here, quite apart from God, is a very real evil, a disease, a lack, a person doing wrong. And so we work, we strive, we fix, attempting to hook the good God to our side to overpower the other force. That very movement is the subtle idolatry that robs prayer of power. Cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm, is the prophet's word. The arm of flesh is any reliance on effect, on person, on condition. The moment we try to change an effect, we have granted it law. We have bowed to a second power. Consider the health scare. The language of fixing rises fast. Shrink this thing, kill it, drive it out. Each verb tightens fear because each verb assumes an enemy with substance. We forget the master's question. Which of you, by taking thought, can add 1 cubit unto his stature? Taking thought, efforting, cannot insert life where life already is, or take money pressure. The mind rushes, send a check, open this door, change that boss, and we are praying to manipulate a ledger. But realization is not an accountant. Realization is source, known as sufficiency. In a family conflict, the impulse is, soften her heart, fix his temper. And we have just enthroned personality as power, making prayer a lever to move persons. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, because flesh and blood are not the arena of spirit. Effortful prayer seeks to manipulate effects. Realization stands in source. When we try to alter the picture, we stand outside the light that shows the picture as picture. Resist not evil does not bid you surrender to wrong. It forbids you from granting wrong a second reality to resist. It is a refusal to authenticate the mask. It is the courage to let the arm of flesh be nothing and to witness the arm of the Lord revealed. Do you follow that? Non-resistance is not passivity. It is fidelity to one. Notice in yourself how the fixing vocabulary tightens the chest. Make it go away. Change this now, if only. Each phrase is a confession of two, and the fruit, restlessness, more words, thin results. By your life experience, by the fruitage, the cost of this divided premise. When we grant power to appearances, we step out of awareness and into argument, and spirit does not argue. Spirit reveals. If fixing strengthens the illusion, what replaces it? A change of basis. A new foundation where identity is not a petitioner to power, but power appearing as identity, where prayer is not manufacture, but recognition. We will take that step. For now, see this much. Every ounce of effort to move a shadow confers substance upon the shadow. Drop it. Return to source. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. I will help you. The infinite way is built around a few words. The first of these is as. The second is. If you will let these two words become the axis of your inner life, the wheel of effort will slow and the motion of grace will be felt. Do you see? As establishes identity, is establishes practice. Without is, your practice will be a device. Without is, your identity will be a theory. As means, God appearing as individual being, not God in you, not God somewhere and you somewhere else trying to reach. God the invisible, appearing as Son the visible. I and the Father are one. He that hath seen me hath seen the Father. This is not a claim of a man about himself. It is the truth of God about identity. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear it addressed within you, not to a distant figure on a hillside 2,000 years ago, but to the life that is your life now, the I that says I. When identity is seen as God's own self-revelation, separation dissolves. Petition withers, because there is no outside to ask from and no inside to fill. There is only God as. Take it in simple picture. The sun shines as light through a window. The window does not create sunlight. It yields. So your individuality is not a source apart. It is the transparency through which God appears. Do you follow that? The moment you take identity as you stop flattering or condemning the window and you start trusting the light, then is becomes simple. Is names what forever already is. Harmony is. Life is. Love is. Abundance is. Omnipresence is. You are never trying to make them so. You are consenting to know they are so. You are not trying to make 2 times 2 equal 4. Your entire activity is the quiet recognition that 2 times 2 is 4, regardless of the chatter of suggestion. In that recognition, problems that were trying to be 5s or 3s yield to what is. Spiritual realization is never an act of manufacture. It is beholding. It is witnessing. Order matters. As grounds who you are, is governs how you walk. If you attempt is without as, you will use truth as a wand to fix appearances, and you will be tired again. If you stand in as, Is no longer a tool, but the way sight functions. Fruitage tells this story. If the problems are quickly and easily being solved, if peace comes first and form comes in its time, your as is alive. If not, you may be talking at truth instead of yielding to it. Do you see? Now apply it. A bill arrives. The old mind rises. Fix the numbers. Drop it. Stand in as God is appearing as me. Intelligence, order, sufficiency. From there is supply is, completeness is, law is, peace comes, the phone rings, a right contact appears, or the need dissolves without motion, or a symptom startles the sense, as life itself is appearing as this being, is, wholeness is. In that still awareness, the fear thins, the body responds, and harmony reports, not by pressure, by presence. This is the promise. Standing in as is ends the fatigue of fixing and opens the gate of fruitage. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light, not because nothing is asked, but because the asking ceases. You live as the beloved, and you practice is, and God's own life proves itself by your life experience. Standing in is the practice pivot. It is the turning from manufacture to recognition. You are never trying to heal somebody. You are living in the realization of is. Do you see? Be still and know that I am God. Not become, know, not exert, behold. When you stand in is, you are not summoning power to a scene. You are acknowledging presence already present, life already living, love already loving as the very fact of being. In that acknowledgement, the picture that frightened you comes into proportion and yields. Healing unfolds as non-doing, the clear recognition of what already is. Change your verbs, and your universe will change. Leave, make, get, and change to the marketplace of appearances. Take up, see, witness, and behold. The phone rings with a report of illness. The old habit rushes. We must drive it out. Drop it. Resist not evil. Refuse the wrestling match that confers substance upon a shadow. Turn within to presence. Attend. Let the living one declare himself. In him we live and move and have our being, not toward him, not apart from him. In him, the bill arrives. The mind starts doing math with fear. Drop it. Turn to is. Supply is. Law is. Order is. The temperature rises in a child. The breath shortens. Drop it. Life is. Wholeness is. Peace is. The scene may clamor, but you are not on the scene. You are in God. Make this anaphoric, like the tide that bathes every shore of thought. Harmony is. Life is. Love is. Abundance is. Omnipresence is. I am. Let it roll through you without strain, not to persuade the mind, but to let truth persuade you. The mind is the last to know. The spirit bears witness first. Take no thought for your life, said the master. That is not indifference. It is orientation. You are orienting to is until is orients you. Sit quietly, breathe once, and let the inner word speak itself. Often there is no word, only a hush that says, I am. Remain until the hush becomes peace. Peace is the first fruitage, form the second. Do you follow that? Then watch the quiet rightness that follows. The child sleeps. The ledger balances in a way you could not have planned. The strained conversation melts without anyone being corrected. You did not do it. You witnessed it. I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. That is the grammar of is. When realization is present, results are natural, timely, gentle, If strain remains, return not to argument, not to affirmation as a hammer, but to that soft, steady consent is. And if is the stance, what then of the thing that frightened us? What of the report that shouted with such authority? What, in truth, is error if we are not resisting it? This is the next seeing. We will discover that what loomed as threat has neither person, law, nor substance, and that recognition will be your freedom. For now, stand in is, and let the fruitage begin to tell the truth. Do you see? Now we take the mask from the thing that shouted. Error, in any form, is not a person, not a law, not a substance. It is hypnotism, mesmerism, the universal belief in two powers playing tricks upon the senses. Do you see? When the sun is setting and a rope lies across the path, the eye says snake, the heart pounds, and the feet leap back. But there is no serpent to kill, no law of serpent, no substance to oppose. There is a rope and a misseeing. Or you wake at night and the moon paints a white patch on the floor. You swear a little poodle sits there staring. Switch on the light, no poodle to chase, no dog to train, only light dispelling suggestion. Ride the streetcar and watch the rails appear to converge. The head may be fooled, but geometry has not changed. So with every threatening report, appearance plus suggestion, but not reality. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. When you believe the picture to be a something, you grant it person, law, and substance, and fear is born. When you see it as hypnotism, its back is broken. The master said, "Get thee behind me, Satan," not to a person, but to temptation's claim to be power. Paul reminds, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, because to wrestle with flesh and blood is to accept the premise of a second cause. The prophets warned of the arm of flesh, and that arm is only the suggestion that effect has authority. Drop it. Refuse the promotion of shadow to substance. Make this a habit. Give not a thought to the person or the condition. Do not locate error in your mother, your boss, your government, your body, your bank account, your weather. If you do, you have admitted a second creator. Let your first glance be impersonal and exact, only mesmerism, only the suggestion of a something apart from God. No person, no law, no substance. Say it softly within, not as a formula, as a seeing, and then return at once to is. Harmony is, life is, love is, law is. Do you follow that? You are not arguing with the picture. You are withdrawing belief from it and standing where light reveals light. I sat once with a man whose chest was tight as a drum. The scene clamored for fixing, but within the word rose clear. Only mesmerism. No person, no law, no substance. Then is answered, life is, breath is, peace is. The fear dissolved first, the body answered next. By your life experience, by the fruitage, you learn that depersonalization is not coldness, it is love, refusing to libel the Son of God with a second nature. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear that of yourself. Hear it of the one before you. Hear it of the very scene, and the mask falls from it. You will ask, but in the heat of the call, what is the exact move? It is this. Do not touch the picture. Do not touch the person. Touch only the truth. Name the claim for what it is, merely hypnotism without person, law, or substance, and then stand in as is until peace says, enough. We will take that step together, precisely when the phone rings. I will help you. When the phone rings at midnight, or the text flashes with urgency, the first move is not outward at all. Pause. Let the impulse to fix exhaust itself without your cooperation. Between the report and your first word, open the inner gate to silence. Be still and know that I am God. Do you see? The mind wants to gather facts, to interrogate symptoms, to start building a ladder out of statements. Drop it. Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Give yourself one breath, two at most, in which you do nothing but consent to presence. Then depersonalize, say within, quietly and exactly. This is only the arm of flesh hypnotism, not person, not law, not substance. Do not look to a body, a history, a character, a virus, a bank, a court. If you place it anywhere in person or thing, you have enthroned a second power and robbed yourself of sight. Resist not evil means refuse the wrestling match that would make a shadow substantial. Let the claim be what it is, a suggestion without creator, statute, or stuff. Now lift your eyes and behold identity. Look back of the eye and see the Christ of God, God appearing as this very one, not a mortal to mend, but God revealed as individual being. Hear the inner baptism. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear it of the caller. Hear it of yourself. Let the light declare itself where a name and a symptom pretended to stand. He that had seen me had seen the Father. Do you follow that? You are not flattering a person. You are witnessing God as from that seeing, stand in is, life is, peace is, wholeness is, law is, love is, supply is, presence is. Not to make it so, but to acknowledge that it is so. You are not trying to coerce arithmetic. You are recognizing that 2 times 2 is 4, regardless of yesterday's mistakes. In that recognition, suggestion dissolves for lack of believer. Remain a moment, not straining, not timing. Allowing is to be the atmosphere of awareness. Outwardly, keep speech to a minimum. I will help you. That is enough. Do not hand them platitudes. Do not recite truth at pain. Keep your words few and your ear open. Inwardly, listen. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. Your Father knoweth what things ye have need of. Let the impartation come. Often it is no sentence at all, only a softness settling upon the heart. Sometimes a single word rises, peace, or a line of scripture lights like dawn. You are not composing, you are receiving. Then release. Wait for the inner shift, the hush, the loosening, the yes that needs no syllable. It may be as gentle as a feather on still water. When peace comes, the work is complete. Do you see? The exact move in crisis is the exchange of fixing for realization, pausing, depersonalizing, beholding as, standing in, is speaking little and yielding to the peace that confirms God's own government on the field. After that, whatever act is needed will be given in its time, without strain. And by your life experience, by the fruitage, the quieted child, the eased breath, the timely provision, you will know that you did not work a miracle, you bore witness to what already is. I will help you. Now let us speak of development, of how we grow from saying truth to hearing truth. In the beginning, you must prime the pump. Do you see? The well is full, but the spout is dry until a little water is poured in. Your early practice is the letter brief, frequent knowings through the day. Upon waking, before the mind rushes to its errands, quietly know, God is manifest as individual being, appearing as me, not as boast, as recognition. Before meals, before any taking in, know, Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. At the opening of the wallet, at the sight of a bill, at the thought of money, know All that the Father hath is mine now. As you enter your work, place, or duty, know I and the Father are one. In him we live and move and have our being. Keep it brief. Keep it gentle. Words are only auxiliaries. Words sometimes are an interference. Let these knowings be like the bell that calls the heart to chapel, not a sermon shouted at the sky. Use simple sentences that orient consciousness. God appears as therefore I do not lack, is therefore I do not strive. Harmony is, life is, love is, law is, supply is, presence is, not to produce result, but to abide in reality. Do not argue with shadows. Do not demand evidence from sense. Call the mind home to as is, and let the spirit bathe your seeing. If you find yourself talking at speed, slow at once. If your tone sharpens, soften. If your thought turns to make or get, drop it. You are not inserting truth into a scene. You are consenting to see that truth is the scene. There are common errors at this stage. One is over-talking, reciting until the room is crowded and the heart cannot hear. Another is timing, God watching the clock, checking the pulse of peace as if presence could be measured by a second hand. A third is turning the practice into a tool to change appearances. The moment you whisper with the intention to alter the picture, you have stepped out of is and into to. Do you follow that? Let the letter be the opening of the door, not the carpenter that builds a new world. As you are faithful, something shifts. Your major activity becomes receptivity. The letter ripens into spirit. The words grow fewer. The listening grows more. Short sittings, 3 minutes here, 5 there. Relaxed breath, attentive stillness. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. Your Father knoweth what things ye have need of. You are not composing a truth to send to God. God is declaring the truth to you. I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. That verse ceases to be poetry and becomes anatomy. The initiative moves from you to the presence. Do you see? Then fruitage begins to tell the truth. Quiet certainties arrive unsummoned, sometimes a single word, sometimes a line of scripture, sometimes no syllable at all, only a warmth, a hush, a loosening. Fear is found ungrounded. The need meets you on the road. The right act is given without strain. Peace be unto you speaks itself within, and peace reports itself without. By your life experience, by the fruitage, you will know that the pump has been primed unto flow, that the letter has fulfilled its holy purpose and yielded to spirit. Keep to the rhythm often, brief, sincere. Prime the pump, then be still. Attend, receive, obey. This is not a lazy man's work, but it is a light yoke, and I will help you. Do you see? Now let results tell the truth. By their fruits ye shall know them, not by mood, not by the thrill that rises in a meeting, by your life experience, by the fruitage. The kingdom is not in word, but in power. Do you see? When realization is present, outcomes tell their own quiet tale. Problems resolve more quickly with less talk and less strain. Harmony stabilizes like a climate, not an episode. Those who ask for help are actually helped, and the help is timely, gentle, and proportionate to the need. Peace comes first, form reports next. You need not advertise this, it will show in the ordinariness of rightness. Beware the emotional jag. There is an uplift that warms the room, moistens the eye, and leaves the life unchanged. If after the glow fades, the same patterns grind on persistent fear, slow answers, repeated crises, then you may be riding feeling instead of realization. I resent it very much when students mistake a good meeting for good fruit. Do you follow that? Emotion may accompany realization, but it does not constitute it. In quietness and in confidence shall be your strength, and strength registers as order. Adopt a simple audit, done in secret, for learning, not for boasting. Keep a small, quiet log. Note the call or need, the inner stance you took. Did you depersonalize? Did you stand in as is? Did you speak little and listen much? The peace that came or did not, and the outcome as it appeared in time. No pride, no guilt, only light. After a month, read your own record. By your life experience, by the fruitage, you will see where consciousness is faithful and where it is still arguing with shadows. If fruitage lags, do not scold yourself. Adjust the basis. First, re-examine the hidden belief in two powers. Did you grant the picture person, law, or substance? Then you wrestle flesh and blood. Drop it. Re-depersonalize. Only mesmerism. No person, no law, no substance. Next, reduce words. If your log shows much talking and thin peace, you have been inserting truth instead of consenting to truth. Fewer sentences, more listening. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. Finally, check your verbs. If you try to make or get, you left is. Return. Harmony is. Life is. Law is. Supply is. Remain until peace answers, even if only as a soft lessening. And take courage. Small, steady, fruit counts. A quicker loosening of fear this week than last. A bill met a day sooner. An illness shortened without heroics. A conversation that does not escalate. These are seeds, and seeds prophesy harvest. Despise not the day of small things. Let the log witness the trend. Quicker ease, wider calm, fewer words, surer outcomes. When the trend reverses, you will know exactly where to turn back to, as is, back to non-resistance, back to listening. If anyone asks you for a theology, send them to your life. Let them read the ledger of quiet outcomes and the faces that have been helped. Where fruitage is, God was realized. Where it is not, we return and stand still. I will help you. Do you see? Now we walk this into the street where you live. One realization serves all arenas. Is does not change. It appears as what is needed where you are. Do you see? We are not learning a new method for each department of life. We are consenting to one, presence to be all. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Oneness is practice when it is refused a rival in any field of view. Health first. Do not fight symptoms. The body is not a project. It is witness to presence when seen rightly. Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost? Stand in life is. Life is animating, ordering, renewing this temple as transparency, not mortality. When sensation clamors, depersonalize, only hypnotism, no person, no law, no substance. Then behold as God appearing as individual being. From there is, wholeness is, law is, peace is. Let the breath soften without command. I am the resurrection and the life. Remain until the hush answers. Fruit reports next relief that outlives the minute right function without your management. Do you follow that? Finances. Supply is the activity of God appearing as opportunity, wisdom, and right measure. Unsee lack and unsee excess. Both are the arithmetic of fear. Take no thought for your life. Behold the fowls of the air. Consider the lilies. Stand in as God appearing as you is sufficiency, knowing how to be enough. Then is, order is, circulation is, Timing is. Watch for right measure, the check that is exact, the restraint that keeps joy clean, the idea that meets a need without noise. Refuse to worship numbers, high or low. The source shows up as simple rightness. Relationships. Unsee human good and human evil. Do not make pets of personalities, nor enemies of them. Henceforth know we no man after the flesh. Look back of the eye and behold the same Christ in each. This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hold that silently. Conversation softens without platitudes. Listening grows. Timing becomes gentle. Where correction is given, it is given without edge. Where apology is needed, it is offered without shame. Harmony is relational fruitage, not persuasion. News and crises. Resist not evil. Impersonalize the headlines. Refuse a second power in geography or ideology. Ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. Give not a thought to persons. See only mesmerism claiming to be cause, and then stand in is for the whole earth. Government is, mercy is, law is, protection is. Speak little, give no speeches at your television. Hold to presence until fear loosens. This is your priesthood in secret. Work and creativity, God appearing as you in the task. Stop striving for brilliance. Except the Lord build the house, they labor in vain that build it. Sit a moment before you begin, as God, the invisible, appearing as the visible skill. Is, clarity is, flow is, excellence is. Then listen. The line arrives, the solution steps forward, the next act reveals itself. I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. Let the work show that grammar. Make of your day a string of micro meditations, 10 to 30 seconds often. Hand on the doorknob as is. Waiting at a light as is. Before you press send as is. Minimal speech outwardly. Deep recognition inwardly. Be still, a breath, and know I and the Father are one. Harmony is. Let that be the climate. One realization, all arenas. By your life experience, by the fruitage, steadier health, clean supply, softened speech, quiet heart before headlines, effortless rightness at work, you will know the one walking as you. I will help you. Do you see? Now I give you a quiet charge. This is not a lazy man's work. It is gentle, but it is steady. It does not ask for long hours of strain. It asks for brief fidelity, day after day, until the climate of consciousness holds. Do you see? Freedom from fixing does not mean carelessness. It means consecration. You will guard your inner life as you guard your breath, not with tension, but with holy normalcy. Make a simple rule of life and keep it as you would keep an appointment with one you love. Upon waking, before a word is thought, consent as is. God, the invisible, appearing as individual being. Harmony is 3 minutes in the morning, 3 in the evening, no heroics, only honesty. Then string your day with small knowings, 10 to 30 seconds often. Hand on the doorknob, as is. Before the call, as is. After reading a headline. Depersonalize only mesmerism. No person, no law, no substance. And then, as is, guard these silences as you would guard breath in deep water. If they are crowded out, forgive yourself and begin at once again. The way is patient. Be equally patient with your humanity even as you refuse its hypnosis. Set your boundaries. Avoid voicing truth at pain. Never throw a sentence at the suffering to ease your own fear. Keep the outer words spare. I will help you. Inwardly, be full. Let the heart say, Father, thou knowest. Speak, Lord, I hear. Give no speeches to your family, your patients, your colleagues. Let your life speak by rightness. Let your presence settle rooms. Let fruitage be your theology. The kingdom of God is not in word, but in power. Do you follow that? Practice candor with humility. When you find yourself fixing, rushing to make, get, change, stop in mid-syllable. Smile within. Correct yourself kindly. Only mesmerism claiming presence. God alone is. Then begin again, as is. No penance, no pride, only correction. You are learning to walk. Even the Master's disciples knew not what manner of spirit they were at times. The mercy that holds you will hold your restart. Seal this in your heart with the Father's own word. Son, thou art ever with me, and all that I have is thine. Not later, not upon proof, now. All that I have, life, law, abundance, love, protection, guidance, is thine because I am thine, and thou art me appearing. Let that be the bass note beneath all your days. Commit to as is daily, and let the fruitage tell the truth. Problems easing without argument, peace rising before form, timing becoming exact. This is your witness that joy is not a mood, but God realized, I will help you. Stand still within, walk quietly without, and let oneness do what words cannot. Thank you. Do you see?